Ayukwi, Neknau, Ernie Albers, Nepichawa Swell, Walt Lara, SC Awak, Nick Mercado, SC Awak, Old Man Albers, Nikuchawa Swell, Kali Lara, SC Awak, Dolores Mercado, SC Awak, Mamie Marcuson, Hupa, SC T-Bar, SC Espa, SC Serper, Newomachuk. Hello, my name is Ernie Albers. I introduce who my grandparents are and some of the villages that I come from. I'm a co-owner of Lifted Arcada. It's a gym that I like to describe as a human-specific group training. I used to be a chef probably about 10 years ago, a little more than 10 years ago, and I didn't have a very good healthy lifestyle. I was out late, cooking and smoking cigarettes, drinking more. I was looking for more of a healthy environment. I wanted to be a family man, and I was competitive. I was a athlete in high school, so I was definitely attracted to competitive sports and that type of training. So I started doing CrossFit in 2012 is when I started doing CrossFit, and I just fell in love with it. Just the community, the vibe, the workouts, the intensity, everything was what I was attracted to. And so I started doing CrossFit, and shortly after that I went and got my level 1 training certificate. And that same year I got some really big personal challenges in my life, and CrossFit and the community and the gym kind of kept me going. And so my wife and I decided that I should start trying to coach. I was so adamant and so into it, in love with it. And so I started coaching with my level 1. And shortly after that, I wanted to stop cooking for a living. I wanted to be in the fitness life. And so I took a big leap of faith, stopped cooking for a living, and that was a really big jump for me, because I had never supported myself or my family other than cooking for a living. So that was a really big leap of faith for me. And started coaching, started connecting with people, building relationships, and really starting to be a part of people's journey. Starting their fitness journey was really attractive to me. It was really fulfilling to me, a lot more than cooking people food. And as I was a chef, I always felt like I felt like I was a good chef, and I got some success, and I was able to earn some money. But I always felt like I had more to offer than cooking good food. And so coaching felt like that next step, felt like something closer to what felt fulfilling. It felt like where I needed to be, where God was putting me. I always like to compare things to ceremony. I introduce myself in Iraq. I identify as an Iraq person, as an Iraq man, as a Muslim person. And so when we do all the dances, I would say I get lots of lessons and challenges and growth. And a few years ago, I think about 4 years ago now, we were coming back from ceremony, and I was just getting these feelings that there was more coming. I was getting these messages in my head that I needed to stay humble. I was on the right track. Keep going. There's more coming. Those kept repeating in my head. Stay humble. You're on the right track. You're doing good. There's more coming. And shortly after that, we decided that we wanted to do something a little bit different. Open a gym that still had the community, still had the class environment, but had a little more of the human-specific movements that I kind of fell more into for me. And also tying into all the cultural stuff. For me, it's also about like where we come from as a Native people and as ceremonial people, as traditional people. A lot of these movements that I've been learning from certifications and physical therapists and movement specialists, mentors, is that our people traditionally would be doing these movements. They'd be doing these postures within our lifestyle, within our traditional life, and within our ceremonies. And so it all started kind of piecing itself together for me as far as like why we're doing this and what the intention and purpose of the training is, and how, traditionally we would be a fit people because of the way we would move, because of the way we would live. And how we don't do that. You know, you get sat in chairs, you get sat in, you get a car and in an office desk, and you know, you don't get to freely move your body or connect with people or be vulnerable or make eye contact. People don't like that, you know. But it's what feeds us. It's what makes us who we are. And I feel like when we provide a gym space like this where people can come and they can experience what I call ceremony, but community and self-care and love, vulnerability, connection, all these different aspects of a ceremony, when you provide people the opportunity to experience it in a gym, in a self-care, in a movement atmosphere, you know, it feels good. It feels really good to connect and be a part of something bigger, because a lot of times when you go outside of the doors, outside the gym doors into the real world, it's very lonely. And people aren't connected. People don't want to connect. You know, you know, the world tells you to isolate. The world tells you to get on your phone. The world tells you to not make eye contact or make conversation with people. Whereas, you know, where we come from in human evolution is that we come from villages, we come from communities, we come from places where we would depend on each other, we'd have relationships. And it's hard sometimes because I'll tell people that I can't put on the sign on the door that I love you and that we're going to work on deeper things, and you know, we're going to work on your movement patterns. We're going to do things that might make you feel uncomfortable. We're going to challenge you. Some things might be emotional. All those different aspects, you know, come up sometimes throughout the gym. But if I say, you know, human development, if I say correctives, if I say developmental, if I say all these functional, all these different words that people will think, oh, okay, I can trust you because you're saying things that I recognize, you're saying things that I hear. But then once I get them to come in, I get them to experience what I call ceremony, the community, the atmosphere, the energy, the love, the vulnerability, the ability to do all these things in a safe space, the work that will make your mind and your heart feel more connected and feel the love and feel like we're connected, that we're supposed to be here, that we have purpose, that we can connect in a safe, good place.